Hi, Frank. It's Nana, and it's your story time. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair is wet because I was outside. It was raining. I was looking for a rainbow. Have you seen a rainbow? Well, it looks like this in the sky. And you see it when it's raining and the sun comes out. Our books today, both, this one in particular, talks about a rainbow. If we have more time, we'll do a third book. But our theme today is rainbows. So I want to teach you 3 new signs in sign language. First, rain. Rain, a rainbow. Rain. This is rain. Just rain coming down. Can you do that, Frank? Take your hands and just go down and down. That's rain. Second sign is sun. You know how the sun is in the sky and it shines its light on you? This is the sign for sun. So we've got the rain, we've got the sun, and what happens when you put rain and sun together? You get a rainbow. That's the sign for rainbow. Can you take your hand and just bring it all the way around? Rain, sun produces a rainbow. Let's read our story of raindrops to rainbows. When I got out in the rain, I didn't see a rainbow because there was no sun. Plip, plop, plip, plop, plip, plop, plop. Will these raindrops ever stop? Here's the little girl looking out the window and seeing the rain plip, plop. I want a calm, clear, blue sky day so I can go out and play. I miss the yellow summer sun. I miss the laughter and the fun. It's kind of sad that it's raining. Now I stare out at the rain. My breath fogs the window pane. She's able to make a heart when she fogs the window pane with her breath. The sky is damp and dull and gray, with more dark rain clouds on the way. Still raining. Rumbling, rolling, scary thunder. Grab the green blanket, scamper under. With the thunder, they grabbed a blanket and got under it. Fine brown bear, holding tight, try to chase away my fright. Sometimes holding a stuffed animal makes you feel better, right? White lightning strikes across the skies. I duck my head and close my eyes. There's the lightning. She closes her eyes. Mom gives me Bear and me a hug. I feel safer. I feel snug. A mommy's hug really makes us feel safer. Mom makes up a game. She calls it Count Each Blue Raindrop as It Falls. Her mom wants her to count how many raindrops are falling. No way, I say, it can't be done. Mom says, let's try. It could be fun. Still raining. 1 drop, 2 drop, 1,000, millions, maybe 6 or 8 gazillion. Look at all the raindrops. It's really raining where she is. Look outside. Is it raining where you are? It's raining where I am. Raindrops splash down to the ground, make gray puddles all around. Mom makes soup for us to eat, and orange slices, what a treat. Her mom's trying to make her feel better. Look outside, the clouds are clearing. First I'm smiling, then I'm cheering. What does she see? She sees the sun. Cool red rain boots on our feet. Find some puddles by the street. She has red boots on. I know you have your yellow boots that you wear in the rain. Do they still fit you? Beaming rainbow, bold and bright, brilliant colors, what a sight! So you needed the rain and she needed the sun before she could see the rainbow. There's 7 stripes, I know each one, and I name them just for fun. There are 7 stripes in a rainbow, but in our sign, we can only do it with one hand. I see violet, I see indigo, 5 more colors left to go. I bet you know the other 5 colors. Blue and green stripes across the skies, so bright I never have to shade my eyes. Yellow, orange, then comes red, 7 colors overhead. I hope you get to see a rainbow soon. Reach for the rainbow, bright and wide, then it's time to go inside. Everybody's happy, even the birds and the dog. When I climb into bed, I'm glad, thinking of the day I had. I don't mind rain. I don't mind rain because now I know without raindrops, there's no rainbow. Raindrops to rainbow. Let's make our sign again. Rain, sun, rainbow. Want to try it with me? Put your hands out. Drop it down twice or more. That's rain. Here's the sun. Shine the sun from above. And take your hand and make a rainbow. Fun. Good book. Our second book today has the mention of a rainbow, and that's why I picked it. It's called Bubbles. Bubbles. I remember blowing bubbles with you in the backyard and taking your wand or blowing. Bubbles are fun. So let's see our story called Bubbles. Ahoy, Jelly! Here's a jellyfish. Narwhal! Look at this beautiful bubble. This is called a narwhal. It's a whale with a long tusk. Just like the elephants have tusks, narwhals have a tusk. So think of him as a narwhal, and this as jellyfish. We'll call him narwhal, and we'll call him Jelly. That is the best, most bubbliest bubble I've ever seen. So they both are admiring that bubble. Pop! Oops! Oopsies! Sorry, Jelly. You burst my bubble. He's not very happy. His bubble burst because of Narwhal's tusk. He didn't mean it. The Narwhal said, "Let's find a new bubble. There are lots of bubbles in the sea. See? Bubbles up high." Show him all the bubbles, trying to make jellyfish feel better. And bubbles down low. Maybe hard for you to see them, but they're bubbles down there. Itsy bitsy bubbles. Can you see those little bubbles there? I hope so. So now both narwhal and jellyfish are happy. And great big bubbles too. Wow. This is unbelievable bubble. Big bubble. Remember when we had big bubbles? We can blow bubbles and pop them. Pop, 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 pop. Jelly's popping them with his, I guess, I forget what that's called. We'll have to find that one out. And Narwhal can blow them. Oh, this bubble is green and looks like a jelly bean. Bubbles come in all shapes and sizes and colors depending on where you are. These bubbles are pink. Eek! These bubbles stink. Look, Jelly, a rainbow bubble. A rainbow bubble. Wow, I want to see it. I guess it has 7 colors too. Pop! Oh no. I'm so sorry, Norwal. Now I've burst your bubble. So Jelly popped Narwhal's rainbow bubble. Oh no. It's no trouble. There are oodles of bubbles. No problem that they each popped each other's bubble because there are many bubbles in the sea. The book called Bubbles. And we had a rainbow bubble. We have one last book. If you're too tired, tell your mom to turn off our story time. But if you have some energy, we're going to do one more book. It's not about rainbows, but it's about not being able to see a rainbow. This book, I'm going to make it a shorter story. It's all about a very famous person called Helen Keller. We're going to call her Helen. Let me tell you briefly the story of Helen. Hi, I'm Helen. Before she was 2 years old, when she was younger than you are now, Helen was like any other kid. She could play with her dog. She could play with her toys. She could see her grandma, her Nana or Gigi. She could talk to her mom. She just enjoyed everything. She could see and she could hear. Then one year before she turned 2 years old, she got very sick. So sick that people thought she was going to die. But she lived, but she became blind and she could not hear. Frank, just for a moment, put your hands over your ears and close your eyes. See how dark it is? Open your ears and open your eyes. We need our eyes to see. We need our ears to hear. But Helen's world, Helen lost her sight and lost her hearing. For her, her world was dark. It was all black. She couldn't see a rainbow. She couldn't see anything. She couldn't hear the doorbell. She couldn't hear the dog bark. She was very scared. She wasn't able to tell her mom and dad and family things, so she got very frustrated and she would cry a lot and scream a lot and not behave because she was so sad and scared because she couldn't see and she couldn't hear. It got to the point where she didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to play with her dog. She was very, very sad. Then her parents were talking one day, and they read about a teacher who could teach people who were deaf and blind. So they called the teacher, and the teacher came, and the first thing she did was give Helen a big hug. Big hug. We know how important hugs are. Helen didn't know that yet, but this lady would change her life for the better. Her teacher's name was Anne, and she would try to put things in Helen's hands, and then in her other hand, she would draw the letters and spell out the word for what she was holding. Hi, Dover. Have a seat. Dover's interested in the story. Anne, her teacher, never gave up. But Helen didn't understand. Remember, her world was all dark and she couldn't hear. Anne never gave up. This teacher kept trying. Then one magical day, she put Helen's hands under some water. And in her other hand, she drew the letters for water. She did it over and over and over again until finally Helen understood that whatever she was holding had a name. She was so excited. She learned that everything had a name: a lamp, a dog, a sister, a teacher. She learned. She loved her teacher. She loved her teacher and thanked her. So Helen Keller couldn't see a rainbow, but she understood. She was very famous because she was the first person that was blind, who was blind and deaf, and graduated from college. Our three books related to rainbows that are caused by rain and sun. I'm going to go down and dry my hair. Hope you had fun. And I am going to see you very soon now. So take care. I love you. Bye-bye. Wait a minute. I love you. We got to end on that note. Bye-bye, Frank.